Our next guest believes that this latest Trump revelation just confirms what most people already knew. Kevin Eckery is a political and crisis management consultant and a Republican strategist. We reached him in Sacramento, California. Thank you for joining us, sir. So, arguably, up until now, Trump has been a bit of a Teflon man. Nothing seems to stick, no matter what he says. It still continues to play to his base and his hardcore supporters. But already we're seeing fallout from this leaked tape from his own party, certainly a made-to-order ad campaign for Clinton. A big question is this the end of Trump?
No. No, I mean, as much as on a personal basis I would love to see it be the end of Trump, that, frankly, is in Hillary Clinton's hands. I mean, Trump has been, throughout this campaign, fairly consistent. I mean, there have been peaks and valleys where, you know, he's emphasized his true nature. And let's face it, there's nothing about this tape that was outside of his true nature. It was more revealing of his heart, as some people would say, than anything else. But throughout the course of the campaign, for good and for bad, Donald Trump has controlled the narrative and the tone. And every time he has failed and faltered and it looked like the end was coming, there was some kind of revelation that came out of the Hillary Clinton campaign. This is by far the worst revelation that's come out of Trump, but still, it's not over yet. I mean, it's highly unlikely the Republicans will pull his candidacy. It is likely that you'll see more and more candidates abandon him. But in the end, this is now up to Hillary Clinton to follow through on and to convert, as they say in sports. And for that, we'll have to see.
Okay, now he came up with an initial statement dismissing it as locker room banter and saying Bill Clinton had said worse things to him on the golf course. And then the late night video apology looking a little more contrite, at least briefly. Let's have a listen to some of the things he said in that.
I've never said I'm a perfect person, nor pretended to be someone that I'm not. I've said and done things I regret, and the words released today on this more than a decade-old video are one of them. I said it, I was wrong, and I apologize. Bill Clinton has actually abused women, and Hillary has bullied, attacked, shamed, and intimidated his victims. We will discuss this more in the coming days. See you at the debate.
Okay, so you can pretty much be assured there that he is reading a teleprompter for that.
You can't. I don't think you're out on a limb on that. Yeah.
No, exactly. Well, Kevin, you're the crisis manager. What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, frankly, it's an apology my 10-year-old would be embarrassed to give. It had all the earmarks of, you know, mommy, I won't do it again, and I'm sorry, but Johnny did it first. And it's just, it's an insincere apology is worse than no apology. And the fact that he managed to issue 2 insincere apologies 12 hours apart, again, just goes to the difficulty of Donald Trump. I mean, throughout this campaign, I mean, Donald Trump has been the collection of people's projections upon him. The real Donald Trump isn't somebody you would want to be president of the United States, but the fantasy Donald Trump, the daddy warbucks, the clever and intelligent businessman, the guy with the one-line put-downs. I mean, that's something that other people have projected onto him. But the real Donald Trump isn't qualified to be president.
But that was clearly a well-planned apology with his comments and promising to be a better man. And at the same time... Oh, you do? Okay.
No, I don't believe it was well-planned. I think that they spent a great deal of time wrestling with him to make him say those words. And in terms of well-planned, I mean, to me, that's something I mean, campaigns are planned in terms of arcs. Okay, you have this week, we're going to do this theme. This month, we're going to do this, you know. And as we get close to the campaign, we're going to be nimble. I mean, if we see an opportunity in another state, we're going to take it. If we see the other side falter, we're going to take advantage of it. So those are a matter of well-planned. You know, having this, pop in the lap of his campaign was not well-planned. It was still a scrambling strategy, trying to get a client and a man who doesn't like to apologize to at least mouth the words.
Okay, well, he mouthed the words, and then I guess maybe not well planned, but they attempted to be nimble, let's put it that way, in terms of turning it on Bill and Hillary. What do you think of, do you think they've made that turn? And of course, we've got a debate coming up in just a few hours on Sunday evening.
No, in fact, he hasn't made the turn. But what's fascinating, though, is that right now, like I said, what are the Clinton people going to do? Are they going to try and catch a falling knife and insert themselves into this conversation? Or will they do the smart thing and simply let the Republicans continue to tear each other apart and have them carry the controversy into the debate? And I think that's what they'll do.
One more quick question for you, Kevin. Could this dump Trump movement have any legs?
The dump Trump movement, I personally don't believe has much in the way of legs. But what it does show is that as much turmoil as you're finding in the headquarters of the Trump campaign, now amplify that as it goes out into the states where the on-the-ground campaigning is going on. Think of the demoralized volunteers, the people now trying to figure out what are they supposed to be doing. And that's where a lot of the impact will be. So the next few days are going to be really interesting. But again, it ultimately depends on how will the Clinton campaign manage the self-destruction of the Trump campaign. Will they play it smart, or will they overplay something, or will there be a revelation somewhere that turns the focus back onto them? And that's the main question heading into Election day.
Well, they've been given a lob. Let's see if they can smash it back. Kevin, really appreciate your perspective on this. Kevin Eckery is a Republican strategist, and he was in Sacramento, California. You're watching CBC News Network. Back in a moment.